Hello, and welcome to my first video where I cover everything wrong with a certain rap album. This idea was taken from Cinema Sins, but I realized that it might work well with music as well. I searched YouTube to see if anyone had taken this idea, and someone named Crypt already had, but whatever, I'm going to do it anyway. For this first video, I decided to cover an album by two really underrated rappers, Khaos Official and Visions. They released a collaboration album a month ago called Ground One, and I will be looking at everything wrong with it. Now, just because I'm covering an album doesn't mean I think it's bad. This series is pretty much an album review series, so don't just dislike the video because of the title. On the Rise was the lead single of this project, and is also the opening song. I believe that the opening song of an album shouldn't be a single, so listeners go into the album not knowing what they're in for, so that's a sin. I really don't want to sin this, but in Khaos's verse, he talks about wanting to talk about real stuff instead of bragging in his songs, but then continues to brag for every other song on this album. Also, Khaos's verse is much shorter than Visions, and I would have liked to have a longer verse. During Visions' verse, his flow doesn't change, which wouldn't be a problem if the chorus had a different flow, but it doesn't.
I'm on the rise, call me a rocket. Pen right fires, it's in your pocket. Pen so hot, hope I don't drop it. It's my time, no need to clock it. Go so fast, no need to stop it. I'm not the baby, but I stay poppin'. Don't got rabies, but I'm not go crazy. I'm worth a bill, just call me Jay-Z. Your pocket slim, just call you shady. Drop top roof in my Mercedes. I'll make you 90s, not the 80s. You don't drop heat, you just lazy. Just got a new, got no pioneer. Tinted crystal riddles, but it's pretty clear. Wish I could say the same about your career. Got no crystal, but it's pretty clear. This is saving your pathetic year. When I pull up, there reminds of his fear. My vision is to cause chaos, and choke like the Falcons in the playoffs. You know that this track gonna pay off. You call this track trash, then you wail. Watch your behind track is icy data. Smoking chronic atoms of a masturbator.
And the chorus being as repetitive as it is, it gets to be a little tiring. Overall, I like this song, and think the content is perfect for an opening track, but the sound doesn't fit the role for an opener. I like their flows and deliveries, and I like the beat, but the song feels a little uneventful. This mostly comes down to the beat being unchanging for most of the song's runtime. I wish that the chorus felt a little more special, but the beat just remains the same throughout. This chorus repeats twice each time, which is something about this album that I'm not a big fan of.
Got the ice on my wrist, told my girl come ski. And the haters acting blind, but I know they've been seeing the way I change the game every single goddamn season. Wouldn't betray the homies like Arnold, no trees. Got the ice on my wrist, told my girl come ski. And the haters acting blind, but I know they've been seeing the way I change the game every single goddamn season. Wouldn't betray the homies like Arnold, no trees.
It's fine the first few listens, but it makes it harder to repeat the album a lot, because the choruses play so much.
I'll be at top with the team come falling. When I was here, the rap game falling. Once I started rapping, I was running about.
Khaos clearly mumbles there for a bar, and they don't redo the take. I'm pretty sure that wasn't intentional, because it wouldn't make sense to mumble there, so I'm sinning that. Visions doesn't have a verse on this track. Sure, both of Khaos's verses are great, but I would have liked to have a Visions verse since he sounds so good over this instrumental. The chorus repeats itself again.
Feeling the pain, someone come and find me. Cause I feel it coming up behind me. And I know the days soon don't remind me. I wanna be alone, trying not to mind me. Cause when I rap it, I don't feel like myself. Sneaking in the game, but I got no self. Moving too fast, don't worry about mental health. Just making money and getting my wealth. Feeling the pain, someone come and find me. Cause I feel it coming up behind me. And I know the days soon don't remind me. I wanna be alone, trying not to mind me. Cause when I rap it, I don't feel like myself. Sneaking in the game, but I got no self. Moving too fast, don't worry about mental health. Just making money and getting my wealth.
In the chorus, Khaos talks about feeling pain, and a lot of other things, but completely abandons those topics in the verse and just raps about nothing again. I'm also not the biggest fan of the singing part that they both do at the end of their verses either. I think they could have scrapped that altogether.
But that's that's not what I want. Cause my thoughts haunt, it ain't no fun. I got no fun, it's too far now. I don't know how I can allow them to somehow. Fake fans ain't welcome here. Hit her from the back rear. We gon' be on top this year. Chains on my neck is crystal clear. Your rhyme's nasty, mine are nice. Chains and neck are filled with ice. Buy what I want, don't check the price. Hit her once, twice, and even thrice.
Visions literally says he's cheesy, which I don't believe, but he says it. This first bar on the chorus is so weird and makes me cringe. The chorus repeats itself twice again.
On top of the game, like the game is my girl, I'ma mess it up, not just give it a whirl. Switch to the style, watch everyone unfurl, cause they wanna be me, but I switched up and twirl. They try to keep up, but I'm coming out new. They just cut up, I switch it out of the blue, stay 3 steps ahead, cause that's what I gotta do. Then spin them around, cause they forgot what they knew. On top of the game, like the game is my girl, I'ma mess it up, not just give it a whirl. Switch to the style, watch everyone unfurl, cause they wanna be me, but I switched up and twirl. They try to keep up, but I'm coming out new. They just cut up, I switch it out of the blue, stay 3 steps ahead, cause that's what I gotta do. Then spin them around, cause they forgot what they knew.
Personally, I feel that this song is underwhelming. The chorus sounds a lot like the rest of this song, just like On the Rise, but I don't think they sound great over this beat. It's pretty cool, but they just don't do much to enhance the beat. Both of the verses on this song seem underwhelming as well. They just seem very standard, and without an amazing beat to enhance it, they seem too generic. There's 30 seconds of instrumental at the end of this song, which is completely unnecessary. Visions and Khaos definitely pull it back with the next track, Uneducated. This beat is amazing, and they sound great over it. The chorus repeats itself again.
It's not hard for me like a blind person on nude beaches. I'll educate the fools who rap like a good teacher. Like where's Waldo, your girl's hiding, I'm the seeker. Treat her like a treasure chest, finders keepers. It's not hard for me like a blind person on nude beaches. I'll educate the fools who rap like a good teacher. Like where's Waldo, your girl's hiding, I'm the seeker. Treat her like a treasure chest, finders keepers.
This first line on the chorus is creative, but makes me cringe, so I have to sin it. In Khaos's verse, he talks about a completely different thing than Visions, making it seem like it was a random verse he had left over, and just put it on this song. Visions talks about beating up a girl for not being in the kitchen, which is definitely worth sin. The chorus repeats itself again.
We were so close to greatness, but we missed it by an inch. We could've made it, then we missed it and didn't clinch. We try our best, but we ruin it like the Grinch. We're so cold, nothing can disrupt us, we don't flinch. We were so close to greatness, but we missed it by an inch. We could've made it, then we missed it and didn't clinch. We try our best, but we ruin it like the Grinch. We're so cold, nothing can disrupt us, we don't flinch. We're
Khaos builds up tension by rapping slowly before rapping really fast, but it seems a little too long.
So close, but we're so far. And you know, I wanna be a star. I wanna be rich. I wanna go to Mars, but I'm not rich. Put it in a jar. I wanna be respected. I wanna raise the bar. I wanna have some talent. I wanna play guitar. And I want girls and some fast cars. But to do that, I'ma need some bars.
Visions does the same with his verse.
I was born and dying to flex. She drop it down better than the rest. She blow the whistle like she trying to ref. Work so hard to get where I am. Racks on my car, New York to Thailand. When you die young, it'll be from my hand. When I shoot my shot, it's always on par. You're a bogey, I'm an all-star.
Vision's verse also ends really abruptly. It seems like there was supposed to be 4 more bars, but they just cut them off. Over time, I got used to this, but it was jarring the first time I heard it.
Things that slay my golden way. My golden way, not being cliche, may get betrayed, but that's the way. Power like a double A, you eat from betray, I eat buffet, you decades and airways.
We were so close to greatness, but we missed it by an inch.
This is the only song with a feature, and I would have sinned the chorus for repeating if Visions or Khaos did it, but I won't because it's a feature. I honestly don't have much to sin with either verse. The only problem I have is that Visions kind of rips off Quad with his fast flow.
I'm riding the bus with my passengers, pass me the dagger, I'm stabbing her. Once the twist like I'm masturbating her in the nose like I'm thrashing her.
I gotta drive you a passenger, they ask could I hop on your track or verse. I think I would rather get stabbed by a dagger and die while I'm wearing some Maverick merch.
This last song is honestly so good, I don't think I can sin it, so I'll just be taking away sins because of how good it is. This chorus is great with them alternating bars, and even though it repeats, I don't mind.
We on the elevator to the top floor, we on the first floor, but we still want more.
Me and Khaos sold out of last tour. We'll never stop, grinding, we'll always want more.
We never stop, and even when we reach the top, we gon' keep rising up when we at the rooftop.
We'll win awards and our album get caught. Remember these words, we'll get to the top.
The flow switches on both verses are really clean and keep the song interesting. And the way they end the album by both saying the chorus is probably the best way to end off this album.
We on the elevator to the top floor. We on the first floor, still want more. Me and Khaos sold out our last tour. We never stop grinding, we'll always want more. We ain't never stopping when we reach the top. We'll keep rising up when we at the rooftop. We'll win awards and our album get caught. Remember these words, we'll get to the top.
Overall, this song was one of the best on the album, and I love everything about it. Now, my one final sin is that this album is only 8 tracks. I think it could have been 18 and still been interesting, and I would have liked it to be a little longer.